Welcome to another best case tutorial. This is the Statement of Financial Affairs. This is by attorney Lori Kornblum, and we are going to go back into our Nick and Pearl Murphy best case file. We would have it as to the Form 7, Statement of Financial Affairs. We double click on that. And to do this, you have to be constantly checking back with the assignment memo or your statement of assignments. So the first thing we do is we look at we want the income from employment or operation of business. So the instructions for this is they have to enter the amount of income during the 2 years immediately preceding as well as the calendar year to date. So we're going to click on the 3-year insert because that allows us to do 3 years at once. And we're going to look at the assignment. And we have income in the assignment. And again, we're dealing with an older assignment. So we're going to put that it's in 2014 and not 2013. So let's do the husbands first. Nick is in 2012. We have $44,000 in income from Overland Truck Services. So we're going to go back into best case, and I can't do this as a 3-year. We're just going to insert it as a 1-year. So we have Overland Truck Services, husband, and we're going to put the date in. I'm going to put in 2012. And that's going back to the assignment memo. It is $44,000. So we're going to put that in the amount. And we're going to say OK. And then we're going to insert another one. We're going to go back to the assignment or your document. And then in 2013, we had $47,000 from Overland Truck Services. So we're going to go back there. Now we're going to put it as 2013 Overland Truck Services, husband. And again, we're going to look at the exact amount so that we don't make a mistake, and it's $47,000. We're going to say OK, and here you see. And then we're going to insert the 2014 income. And again, we're going to go back to the assignment memo. We're going to look at it. The current income is $60,000 per year from Overland Truck Services. And we're going to say that we are paying at the 10th month of the year, and his gross salary is $5,000. So we're going to say it's $50,000 at this point. So we're going to put that in as Overland Truck Services, husband, and it is $50,000. And then we're going to do the same for his wife. So Pearl, we're going to look at her income. She had no income in 2012. She had $4,000 from Kenosha Public School System, and she currently has $38,000 from Kenosha Public School System. So we're going to put that in here. We can insert, just so that we know that we're doing 2012, we can put none in the amount of 0. We can insert for 2013, Kenosha Public Schools. And the amount of that, we want to, again, make sure that we are correct. It's $4,000. And we put that in. We say OK. But we neglected to put that it was the wife, so we want to put that in. And then we want to insert for 2014, Kenosha Public Schools. And that was $38,000 to date. Okay, and then we're going to close that. Then the next thing is we want to see if there's any income from other than operation of the business. And here we go back to any kind of income they might have from other than operation of the business, And we would have to look back through the entire assignment memo to determine whether they had any kind of certificates of deposit or anything like that, and we would put that in here. At this point, let's just say that they had a certificate of deposit, and we would put that in. So let's just say that they had a certificate of deposit they cashed out this year from Johnson Bank, and let's say that they made $1,000. This is, you would put that there, and it would be joint. So we'll say that, we're going to close it. Then you have your payments to creditors, and this is where it gets tricky. You have to look at who their secured creditors are, and it does not transfer information from your secured creditors. So you would again scroll down who their secured creditors are. You have the First Bank of Kenosha, and we look down to their monthly expenses. They're paying at $993.83 a month. So we have First Bank of Kenosha, and the amount paid we're going to put in the past 90 days, or you can put in the names and the amounts. The amount paid is $993 times 3, so that would be $27.29.79, and the amount still owing is the amount that is owed under the assignment memo. So we can look back at that and say it's still $92,500. So we would go through every kind of every one of their debts, including credit card debts and everything else, to put those in. So we go back, and I'm just going to do one more so that you have an example. So let's say that you have your Boston department store. They owe $45.92, and then you can go into their monthly expenses. They're paying $127.55 a month. So we're going to go back to that and put that in. We're going to select that. The amount that they owe is $45.92, and the amount paid, let's just round it up, it's $127 a month times 3, so that's $381. Okay. We put in 90 days. So you do that with every single creditor, and these are the ordinary creditors. If you have any insiders, then you would put that. In this case, we do not have the insiders. If they have been subject to a lawsuit, you would have to put that here. And again, you would look at your documentation to see whether they have been sued by civil suit. At this point, they were sued, but now there are judgments against them. So those suits are not yet pending. They've already had default judgments entered against them. So there are judgments, but there's no current suits. But you would put any lawsuits in there. If they have had any property that was attached, garnished, or seized, you would put there. Repossessions, foreclosures, and returns, assignments, and receiverships. If they give charitable contributions in a recurring fashion, you would want to put that there. If they make recurring contributions to their churches, so then you would look at what are their recurrent monthly expenses, and some people make recurring charitable giving. In this case, they pay $100 a month to First Community Church. So you would want to know that. You would put First Community Church, and we would enter that as new. We would say, okay, there is no relationship to the debtor. The dates of the gifts, we have to put in any gifts that are made 1 year immediately preceding the amendment of the case, unless they are less than $100 per recipient. Here it is previous 12 months, and this is recurring share gifts of $100 per month. So it's a total of $1,200. And then you say, okay, and then you close that. If they have any losses, you put that. Payments related to debt counseling or bankruptcy, you would insert the name of their attorney if they've paid any, if they've paid your fees, your legal fees, you would insert that. And in this case, they have paid $1,000. The total fee will be paid in equal installments over 12 months. So we're going to put the law firm name, whoever the law firm is, and we're going to say LATC law firm here. We're going to put that as a new, and the address of 700 State Street. Okay, and the date of the payment, we're going to say it's today, and the amount of money is $1,000, and it's legal fees. Okay, they're also going to do the filing fee to the. They're going to do the filing fee as part of their Chapter 13 plan, but they also paid for some credit counseling. They went to Prudent Person Credit Counseling Services and paid $100 to that. So we're going to put them in. We're going to select, and it's 11215, and it's $50 each for credit counseling, total of $100. So we're going to say OK, and then we're going to close that. If they had any transfers, if they closed their financial accounts, safe deposit boxes, you just go through every single possible category. If they lived in another place, you want to put that in the 3 years preceding. If they had a former spouse, here we have Sharon Murphy. So we have to put her name in. We just say OK, and we close that. If there's any environmental information about the business, we will put that. So if they are currently engaged in the business, we need to list all the information about auditing the books, inventories, etc. And then we have a list of all the answers. So if we want to see what this looks like, again, we would click on that, and then we would put print, and we would do a preview, and we would see generally what this looks like. And it is a multi-page document. So we are just waiting for a moment. And we can scroll down and see as much as we can. This is generally what it looks like. We only see one page of it on the print preview. And that is the end of the statement of